Hello and welcome to Queendom TV. Today I'm going to be doing a new video, basically doing something that I'm going to be calling Food for Thought, because first of all, for those of you who already subscribe to my channel, thank you so much. Please subscribe if you do enjoy my video and my content on here. But basically I am in the process of diving deep to bring you guys some much better quality videos about some of the subjects that this channel is really about, but I also want to keep up with all the crazy and cool content for you guys to have, so you've always got videos coming out from me, because I feel like that's really important. And so I'm also going to be diversifying and throwing out other stuff in there as well, so that you can still be getting videos from me whilst I'm doing the content that I know you guys love the most. So let me know what you think about this. I've been doing a crazy situations in life little mini series kind of thing that I got going on, so please check those videos out if you'd like to. And here are my food for thought videos. And basically the Food for Thought series is kind of about, and I keep saying series, it's going to be like one of those things that just continues on over time. Basically it's where I just talk about things that I'm doing, why I'm doing them, just to give you food for thought, you know, and for you to also let me know what you guys think. I very much love to hear you guys' opinions and perspectives on stuff, and you know, we can just kind of vibe together and see how we feel. So anyways, without that very, very long intro, which I'm glad I still did anyway, so that you guys know what's going on. Like I said, if you liked the video, please hit the like button. If you're feeling the vibe, hit that subscribe, because I would love to have you here, and comment your thoughts on my food for thought. Give me your food for thought. I'd love to hear it. And I just like this concept of food for thought as opposed to advice, because I think where I say food for thought is where other people might use the term advice, and I don't believe it's my job to give any of you advice. If it was, I would let the Lord lead me. Whenever I feel like the Lord is telling me to give somebody advice, I will. Other than that, I just throw things out into the atmosphere, and the way that I look at it is like, I'm just putting this out there, and whatever you want to do with that, it's up to you. But I think that it was worth mentioning it for you to think about. So this video is about why I will be not avoiding going to the hospital as much as humanly possible. And yeah, I'm just gonna get into it. Basically, there's many levels to why I don't really want to go to the hospital anymore, like at all. It kind of seemed like a random subject to bring up, but the more time is going on, the more and more I'm realizing that I'm like, oh, I don't want to go to the hospital. Like I don't trust y'all. Like really and truly, I don't trust them. I don't trust these people with my life. You know, the Lord has given me free will to make choices, and I'm trying to make the best ones, you know. And first of all, I'm very skeptical about the healthcare system in general. I feel like the healthcare system is a business. It should be called the healthcare business, because they make more money when we're unwell and when we're dying than they do when we're thriving. That's why I think people who think that all of a sudden overnight food is going to be healthy and the government's really going to make sure help for that, you're a bit delusional, because it's actually cost them, it makes them a lot more money. I have a lot of controversial thoughts, and by the way guys, this is a big disclaimer. I don't know if I mentioned this in my first video after my rebrand, but anything I say, by the way guys, is not to offend anybody, and it's not that I'm thinking I'm always right. In fact, I had a very, very lovely conversation with somebody in the comments on one of my videos that I actually took down, because she was saying to me that she kind of feels like I didn't really she basically gave me feedback on what she thought, and I thought, you know what, I actually agree with you, you know. And I felt that what she said was so true that I took my video down. So I'm not somebody who's saying that I think I'm the best. I'm throwing out my ideas, and I'm still respectful, but I gotta keep it real, and I mean to keep it real. So I'm gonna continue to keep it real, because a lot of things that I say are things that people are thinking but nobody wants to say, and so I'm gonna say them, and it's fine, and I know there's gonna be whatever, but it's all good. So anyway, I feel like, yeah, even things like, personally, I have a personal belief that the cure for cancer is already there. The cancer cure is there. The quick and whatever cure for cancer is there. But I personally believe it makes a lot more sense for them, especially over in the United States. We don't have like what we have here, which is the NHS, but we're going to get into the NHS at some point as well. Where you pay for your healthcare. It's a lot better for them. It's a much better business when you need to come into the hospital frequently for chemo or for dialysis and stuff like that. That's obviously like if you've got kidney problems, than it is for you to just be sorted out one time. And because I know that fact, whether I'm right or not about this cancer research thing, which I feel like I am, if I'm being totally honest, because if you guys think about it, think about the fact that we had this whole jab, you know, that's come in, turned around like overnight basically. Obviously, it's not the same thing as cancer, but also how much money has gone into just absolute rubbish in the world, like creating robots that can do nails, and like all this obsession of going to outer space. Like if the scientists and the people were that serious about cancer research, they would have done it by now. Let's be real, guys, because there's so many other things out there that they've already worked out how to do. They're already working out how to merge humans with robots and all this stuff, so we can do that. And I think this is the money where this money supposedly people would be thinking is going towards things like cancer research. But anyway, I'm not digressing, I'm just throwing a point out there. So it's stuff like this. It's just the fact that it's clear to me that the healthcare system as a whole is a lot more about making money. I'll give you another example. If you live in the United Kingdom, you can go to the hospital, and if you go to the hospital and the doctor says you're struggling with, tell them you're struggling with whatever, or even to your GP, which is like a general practitioner, they might tell you, I'm going to prescribe you some ibuprofen. You'll go get your ibuprofen from the pharmacy. The ibuprofen in the pharmacy can cost you £9, even though you could probably get the same ibuprofen in Tesco's for 22 pence. And guys, it's really just that simple. It's the same. And why are you paying these exorbitant prices? Because the hospitals have made deals with big pharmaceutical companies like GlaxoSmithKline to buy paracetamol or something for like £4 and then sell it as a prescription for like £9 to you, even though you could go and buy this for like 30 pence somewhere. You know, so if you want to tell me that this hospital thing isn't a business, try and debunk that for me. Debunk that. So anyway, so that's the first thing. The second thing is, I just thought to myself, I feel like some of the time with hospitals and stuff, they're just telling us stuff that kind of benefits their cause. Like, so for example, telling me that, telling me that we are, what would you call it? We have noticed that there is a so-and-so in your back, something that you can't see, right? Because this is the other thing. Don't get me wrong, things happen, but I always think of it like this, right? Think about this, guys. And I'm not the first to say this, and I won't be the last. 500 years ago, what were people doing when they were getting on well? 500 years ago. This is where I base my thinking on, because I feel like we've become so reliant on these modern day systems. We've become like the Israelites who were slaves in Egypt, and they got so comfortable in slavery that they never wanted to step out of it, you know. And you know, Egypt means limitation. Like, people, they were trusting in these systems. This is what people have realized in this situation in the world right now. People have realized how reliant they were on their job, the healthcare system, the fact that they can walk to the supermarket. Gone are the days where people grow their own fruits and vegetables and have their own farms. Gone are the days where people know the remedies that they do for things, rather than just immediately taking something off the counter that's a medication that claims to do whatever and has got about 50,000 ingredients. Obviously, I come from having a chemistry degree, and so for me, when I look at a lot of this stuff, I'm looking into this because I'm thinking, is this really necessary? Why have you added this ingredient? Oh, so it lasts longer on the shelf. Why have you added this ingredient? Oh, so the color looks nice for the people. Oh, why have you added this ingredient? Oh, so that the tablet holds together. You know, there's all these other ingredients other than just the things that you want. So anyways, am I digressing? I don't think so. So I feel like we've become so overly reliant, and I just think to myself, in the past, people lived longer. And in the past, technology wasn't where it is now. Why is that a thing? Why is there's supposed to be a positive correlation between both? It's supposed to be, now that we've got more technology, and when I say technology just doesn't have to be in the like electrical kind of digital sense. Technology is also, you've got chemical technology, you know, you've got biological technology. It's a technology, you know. So technology is advancing. We know more and more. Science is we've got more and more theories. We're posting more and more journals and publishing more and more journals. And yet people are dying quicker. People are getting sicker. People having more and more things going on. And I'm like, what were they doing 500 years ago? And so I'm now trying to shift my life. And this is important for me to mention on Queendom TV, because as I mentioned in my first video, as after I rebranded and called it Queendom TV, I said this channel is about me building my own queendom. How do I want to live my life, and bringing you guys on that journey, and anybody else who wants to go on that similar journey in life, and opening a space and a place where we can talk about these kinds of things and not have to just go with all the systems of the world. Because for me, a lot of these things, I'm trying to get away from them. I don't want to go to the hospital because I don't trust these people. The word pharmaceutical or pharma, even in, I think it's in Greek or Hebrew, I think it's Greek, means witchcraft. Guys, and you know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you you can't go to the hospital. I'm not saying I would never go to the hospital, guys, by the way. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is we should be aware of what these institutions are, and the fact that a lot of these things are just businesses. For me, now I'm focusing more on, it's even when this whole situation, the situation here, I was like, cool, first thing I'm doing is I'm boosting my immune system. And why did the government never say that? Think about that. Because they don't actually want you to get better. They don't actually want you to get better. the first thing I did was boost my immune system. Anything I can help, because God gave me a body that is built to fight things off. Like we don't have to rely, all this like, this is why I talk about 500 years ago, because 500 years ago, a lot of people were thriving way more than we are. We might have more like money, and we might have more like, I mean, not even money, we can't even say money. We might have more things that we think from the way that things look, like, you know, TVs and all this stuff. In reality, they were actually living a lot better, you know. They were eating, you know, even this whole thing that people talk about meats and stuff. And I'm going to do a video about meat. I might even do a video about meat very soon. But, you know, people talk about how, but back in the day, people were in full control of their lives. And I think because we keep handing over control of our lives to others, that's what keeps biting us that's what keeps biting us in the butt. Because we don't know what their true intentions are. We can say that we do, they can say that they do, but just as simply as a government can say, we want you guys to be the healthiest you can be, I can say that my skin color is white. Doesn't make it true, does it? No, it doesn't. But anyway, so yeah, I don't trust the hospitals for that reason. I feel like I'd rather learn healing. I've been praying for the Lord to help me in the area of healing. Lord, help me to heal people and heal myself, because I don't want to have to go to the hospital, because I don't trust those people, because I feel like even if I go there and they want to make money and they want to be dodgy, it's just an opportunity for them to tell me that I got something that I don't got, just to be now taking all this. Because the thing is, a lot of stuff, guys, and I think about this on a scientific level as somebody who does science, who's a scientist, right? Somebody can just tell you. So for example, if you go to the doctor and you get a scan, yeah, or to the hospital, you get a scan and they tell you, by the way, you've got a build-up in your stomach that we need to remove. You ain't seen that build-up. They can show you a scan. Just because you've seen a scan doesn't mean the scan is real. They could Photoshop that scan. I know people are going to think some people are going to think I'm going so wild with this, but this could happen. Then you show up and you're like, oh my gosh, I saw this picture. They've even printed off extras for you. You go back, then they say you've got a surgery, go for the surgery now, and they say, oh, look, we've done the scan, look, it's gone. The thing is, you have not actually looked inside your own body yourself to see if that thing was ever there. But I tell you what you have done. What you have done is paid for all those scans that you had, and paid for that surgery, and paid for all of the other things, and now the medication they're telling you need to take because your body is going to be whatever. And so that is what I'm scared of. And, you know, and I believe, as I always say, I believe in God, because I believe God is somebody who would only want me to believe something that I can fully understand, comprehend, and be fully convinced. The Bible talks about being fully convinced, right? So if I can have that with God, right, why can't I have that with healthcare? You know, I don't trust people because I know that it makes them more money not to do the right thing. You know? And again, my basis of believing that is that people, in and of ourselves, we are naturally selfish as human beings. We are naturally selfish, and we naturally want to look after ourselves and the people closest to us. And the only thing that I believe makes us not selfish is God, because God put something else in our heart that says, oh, I'm going to care about people. That's why the Bible is so much about relationships and how you treat people and how you are as a person and your responsibility as an individual to the world, to yourself, and to those around you, you know? And who those you're called to. So yeah, I think we need to just throw this idea away that we want to always trust in these politicians and these healthcare people and think that they've got our best interests at heart, because really I don't think that they do. And all that I have to say about that is I'm grateful to the Lord that 500 years ago, and I just use this as an example, it could be even 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, do you know what I mean? People were surviving and living and thriving without this stuff from today. So why are we so reliant on it? That is my food for thought for today. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Please let me know your thoughts. If you think that I have taken this too far, if you think that I've highlighted some things you hadn't thought about, please let me know. And especially hit that subscribe button if you're feeling the vibe and you want to join the tribe. I would love to have you guys here because it's been fun. It's been cool. This has been Food for Thought. I will see you in my other videos. Don't forget to check all of them out, or as many as you would like. Other than that, God bless you and goodbye.